I think to me, it is one of the most important documents of the response to the First World War. And to me, the centennial of the First World War doesn't mean so much the war itself. I'm a literary scholar, but what was the response in literature and art to this incredibly traumatic event? Of course, especially since I am German, I teach German literature, so for me it's the German response especially that's interesting. So, my name is Ulrike Schellhammer. I teach in the Department of Global Languages and Cultures, and I will be teaching a literature course around World War I because of the centennial, and it will be focused on texts of the period of expressionism in Germany, which of course coincides with the war and then the post-war. It says Remarque's book is a monument of our unknown soldiers, written by all the dead. He picks this quote. So that's really how he intended it. He wanted it to be the monument for the unknown soldiers. He even has a character. It's a group of young men. It focuses on one young man in particular, but it's a group of young men. And one of them, his name is the Faceless One. And he added that character and the name later. And I think that's important to remember, especially in the United States. We tend to want to hone in on the individual, an individual story or an individual name, and that's really not what I think what he wanted to create. In 1980-81, when I was about 16 or 17, I saw the American film that was made of this book, All Quiet on the Western Front. And now the director's name escapes me, and I'm sorry. It's an American film that's very important. It's one of the most important American films made, and it's an excellent film. It's very true to the content of the book. And I saw that film, I was 16, 17, and a good friend of mine had just been drafted and was off, and I saw that film, and I have rarely been that emotionally moved by anything. And the film is about the experience of a young soldier during the First World War. Very gritty, very realistic, very depressing, saddening. And I cried and cried and cried. And I called my friend and I said, you can't do this, you can't stay there, you have to get out of the draft, and what if there is a war? And so I was emotionally just incredibly affected, not only by the story is almost secondary, but by the way in which Remarque portrays the First World War. It really, truly is, I think, one of the most important anti-war pieces that we have. And of course, these are the galleys, and this is the kind of thing he did. He not only first corrected it, he then decided to scratch the whole thing out, but then in the end, he put it back in. So part of this paragraph on which he first worked and then decided with bold red, we'll get rid of this, he actually put part of it back in. There is a tiny little thing. This book is not an accusation. It's not supposed to be an accusation. It's not supposed to be a testimony. It is the attempt to tell the story about a generation that was destroyed by the war, even if it escaped its granites, the things, Molotov cocktails, that kind of thing. Grenades, thank you, I'm sorry. That's okay. So what he's saying is he wants to report about the generation who was destroyed by the war, even if it escaped its grenades, meaning that even the survivors were destroyed by the war. the First World War being the last war that was fought in the trenches, face to face, where soldiers had to really look the opponent in the eye before they killed him. All Quiet on the Western Front, the book, it is rarely remembered that the book was originally written in German. So perhaps that would be something that somebody who would just pass by could realize, All Quiet on the Western Front. Yeah. In German it's called Nothing New in the West. It's hard to say why whoever first translated it into English picked that, but that's been the definitive title of the English translation. Okay. All Quiet on the Western Front. Yeah. The text ends with that. The book. Yeah, meaning we've been through all this horror, this suffering, loss, injury, blood, but there's nothing new nothing has changed. That's the idea. Nothing has changed. Yeah, there's nothing new in the West, which could mean anything. It means the Western Front in the book, but nothing new in the West, meaning nothing has changed. It's just going on the same way.